Today, we gather at this closing ceremony of our summer program for our Rising Sophomores and Rising Juniors group. We are here to celebrate the growth of the program participants as scholars during the last 2 weeks. To start the ceremony, let me introduce our Executive Director, Luz Corcuera, who is going to give you some welcoming words.
Thank you. Well, welcome everyone, and congratulations to our graduating class. We have amazing 14 sophomores and juniors who've been through the program for 2 weeks, and I personally witnessed how they've blossomed, how they've learned, they've grown, and you're gonna hear all their testimonials today. I just want to acknowledge that we couldn't do this alone, that UnidosNow is very grateful to the amazing community partners that we have. I will start with USF Sarasota Manatee. Andy, thank you for being with us today. Andy Teletovich, he is the Director of Admissions, and USF Manatee has been wonderful. They have allowed us to use the facilities and just very, very gracious in accommodating all our needs. So thank you for your partnership, Andy. We also wouldn't be here if it wasn't for 2 foundations who were instrumental in having UnidosNow launching its educational initiatives. The Gulf Coast Community Foundation and the Knight Foundation were the ones who gave us the money to have a seed program at 2 high schools. And because of it, now we've developed into multiple initiatives this year. But I think our signature mark is the Future Leaders Academy program in the summer. This year, we just finished today conducting one of the classes, and then next week, we are ready to start with our senior program. I just have to say that we are very fortunate to have an amazing team, and I want to ask them to stand up. Hector Tejeda, I think he's outside. Hector, he was the former executive director, so I took his job, and then I got him back as the Director of Education Initiatives. We are very lucky to have someone with the wisdom and the knowledge that Hector has. And we have Lisbeth Oskubilka. Lisbeth, she's one of our managers of education initiatives, and Wendy Barroso, our newest addition. She is also with education initiatives. We are very, very lucky that we like each other and we love the kids that we serve. So for those parents who are here today, I just want to say that you have incredible children. You should be very proud of them, and you will have an opportunity to hear from them this afternoon. I also want to acknowledge that I think we are just I mentioned the Gulf Coast Community Foundation, and I can see Mr. John Thaxton walking into the room. Thank you for being with us today. I just said that if it wasn't for the support that the Community Foundation gave to UnidosNow, we wouldn't be able to be where we are right now. I also want to acknowledge the Sarasota Sheriff's Office. Sheriff Thomas Knight has been made possible for the Future Leaders Academy summer program to exist. He has financially and personally supported our program over the years. Same goes to Wells Fargo and the Bank of America. And also, we've received support from the United Way of the Suncoast in Sarasota and the United Way Manatee. And Geckos, who I assume are you, Ann? Very nice meeting you. Has also been very supportive of us over the years. And we have tremendous partners, and Catherine with Asolo, thank you for being with us. And we could not have done this without the mentors. I want the mentors to please stand up. Diane, Tom, Joe, Marianne, or Anne. I saw someone else there. Evelyn Tejeda. Evelyn, please stand up. Thank you so much for your wonderful work. You've guided these wonderful students for 2 weeks, and you will continue to mentor them as they go after their dreams. Thank you so much for everything you do. And of course, the credit goes to the students who've worked really, really hard. This year, our program has been more ambitious than ever. I think that at some point, the kids were saying, okay, enough is enough. Let us have some fun for a moment, because we pushed them really, really hard. And we introduced something that we haven't had before. We noticed that throughout the years, we had kids that were remarkable, good GPAs, they had wonderful essays, a wonderful application for colleges, but their ACT scores were still very low. And some of them were not good test takers, or they didn't have enough help to prepare for the ACT. So this year, we were very fortunate. I don't think Joanne Hillman is here, but Joanne Hillman is a partner that we will be indebted forever. She conducts private lessons on ACT preparation. This year, we have a lab every afternoon for the seniors, and we had an overview for the sophomores and juniors, and they will be able to join the ACT classes. So I am confident that this class will improve their ACT scores, and they will get into selective college of their choices. And last but not least, Kelly Kirchner, who is responsible for me standing here. He is the chairman of the board, and you will have a chance to give some remarks at the end. So let's continue with the program. Welcome, and thank you, everyone. So I'm going to let Wendy continue with the program. Thank you.
Good afternoon. It has been a pleasure for us to work with this amazing group of scholars. The students that you will meet today are just finishing up their freshman and sophomore year. In a short amount of time they have been in this program, we have seen an amazing progress. They have such bright futures, and we can see that their college journey is going to take them really, really far. Here's an overview of how we spent the last 10 days at our Futures Leaders Academy. On the very first day, we started with a team building and leadership exercise. We thank our partners, CYD and Crystal Griffin, for their support. The scholars started to build their personal statements. We asked them to define what makes them unique. This afternoon, you will have the opportunity to hear their personal stories, and they will continue to build and refine as they approach their college applications in the next 2 to 3 years. On the second day, we had our partner, Ms. Patty Person, train our scholars on professional etiquette and interviewing tips. Our very own Hector Tejeda spent time with our scholars, helping them understand how to select colleges that are a best fit for them. Each scholar selected a college that will be likely for them to attend, 2 target, and 1 reach school. This exercise was personalized according to their GPA, ACT scores, and their extracurricular activities. Technical difficulties. Parent engagement is a key component to our success. We are thankful to the parents that share their own stories. Our community partners join us to share their experience from their own careers. We divided the group for career exploration days. We had a group that attended a 2-day science lab project with our partner at Mote Marine. The second group visited our partner, Sun Hydraulics. A group of engineers gave them a tour of the facility and helped them understand the process of a manufacturing plant, as well as how mechanical engineers spend their day. They had hands-on activities to help them experience the excitement and passion of science. Our scholars visited the Ritz-Carlton. Our ladies and gentlemen learned about distinguishing themselves among others. Our scholars had the opportunity to work with New College advisors to evaluate 3 real-world applications and determine which students to accept or deny. For most students, this was also the first time they had ever done a college tour. Preparing a resume is a crucial factor in college portfolios. Our partner, Mrs. Diane Keisholtz, showed our scholars the key factors of a college resume and how to prepare one. She also helped them with their college selection process. Our second night of parent engagement was on financial health. Wells Fargo, Iberia Bank, and Allstate Insurance gave our parents and students a wealth of information that can be applied in their everyday lives. Our partner IMG opened their doors and invited us for a day full of fun. Scholars learned how nutrition is important to fuel their brains for the day ahead. They also learned about leadership and time management. They finished their day at the pool where they continued to bond as a team. USF has been a great partner by allowing us to have the Future Leaders Academy at their Sarasota Manatee facility. On our 9th day, they gave our students information on the admission process as well as a tour of the college. Our third night of parent engagement was dedicated to financial aid. Our partners from USF, Manatee Community Foundation, and Selby Foundation were here to explain all the financial aid opportunities scholars have when applying for colleges. Our scholars received tips to help them prepare for the ACT test. Some of them will participate with the seniors for a full class in the next couple of weeks. We thank our mentors, Joe Carfora, Tom Cook, Diane Rue, Carolina Saavedra, and Evelyn Tejeda, which Evelyn also helped us every day during lunch. These scholars bonded from the very beginning. Here, they're having lunch together and catching Pokemons in their free time. If there's one thing they learn, is how to catch Pokemons at the USF campus. And here is the class of Summer 2016, our Future Leaders Academy. Our students had in the second half of their days to prepare for a community service project. They are going to present all that they did to put this together and how they did it.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Flor Zamora, and I'm a rising junior at Manatee High School. So this summer, we had the opportunity to be involved in the community services that are unique. Our goal is to impact in our community and in our school while building leadership and teamwork skills. It will also look great in our resumes. So we divided the class into 2 teams. Our team was our social media group, while the second team created video that we hope to use for the Giving Challenge. So I'm going to pass it down to my friend, Nick.
Hey everybody, my name is Nicholas Gonzalez. I'm a rising sophomore at Pineview School, and I was part of the social media group. The social media group worked on creating the next posts that we're going to use to reach out to our community. So we did a lot of research on some statistics of Hispanic students in high school and college. We're planning on using these in the next few weeks to help raise awareness of the problems and challenges that Hispanics face when going to college, and to help inspire people to be the one and help them go to college. And we also have some testimonials of people who've gone through the UnidosNow program. So we made some like collages sort of things, and we put quotes with pictures, and we're planning on also using this in social media as well. So, thank you.
Hi, I'm Andre Martinez, and I'm a junior at Palmetto High School. We created a video that reflects the story of a millennium woman that is now. Millennium woman. Dang, I forgot. Can I use my phone? Sorry for this, I forgot my words. That is now thinking on how her life was touched by different individuals and now making a difference in her life.
How can you be the one? To be able to distinguish yourself from others and be remembered by your community from your passion. But in order to find that passion, you need to be persuaded into different career fields by a person of interest. When it comes to the person of interest, he can be anyone, but he has to endure that positive effect to ignite your passionate career. This person can be your parent, mentor, teacher, or an influential person that will lead you to make a beneficial cause towards the community. How could this beneficial cause create unique characteristics towards you and also be unique from other causes? You need to demonstrate your capabilities of certain skills towards others to get the best out of the different educational institutions. In order to be accepted and given the best education, you need to show the effort of commitment towards hard work and achieving daily goals. Once you get to that step, there's no turning back from all the hard work you put into towards your passionate career. From now, you'll learn the basics, which is only the beginning. Later on, you will blossom to become the person of interest you once met and begin to create that beneficial cause you once promised for your community and becoming the one.
I just want to add really quick that the kids put this video together all by themselves. They only met 5 times to put this together. Some of the days we had career exploration, so we were in, here at USF. So there was a great effort behind it. This is their raw draft. We're hoping that, if this really, the idea and the concept goes well, that we can redo this video and take it to the next level so it could be used for the Giving Challenge. And I want to give a special thanks to Daniel Paredes because he's the one that edited the whole video. And then now we're going to present, there we go, the school clubs.
Hello, I'm Jonathan Barroso, and I am a rising sophomore at Sarasota Military Academy. We learned how to establish school clubs. This will allow us to be involved in our schools, educating students about the college admission process. In order to create a club, a student has to meet with their principal to explain our mission and vision. Once the principal agrees, the student has to find a sponsor. A sponsor could be an administrator or an educator. According to the school, there could be a minimum amount of members in the club. Then the student and the sponsor will establish a first meeting date. Staff from UnidosNow will assist during workshops. These are the schools we currently have: Sarasota High School, Palmetto High School, and Sarasota Military Academy. And these are the schools that will be formed by students that attended the Future Leaders Academy Summer Program 2016. Manatee High School, Bayshore High School, Riverview High School, and Pineview High School. Thank you.
Now our students are going to present their personal statements. At the very beginning, right after orientation, we asked them to put together their personal statement. How can they distinguish themselves from others? Their mentors have been great helping them make this better and better, and now they're going to present it to you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Karina Alvarez. I'm attending Palmetto High School, and I'll be a rising junior. And I would like to tell you about how I am passionate about science. Ever since I was a little girl, I've always felt like science is my go-to thing. I've always been passionate about it. Ever since I was a little toddler, I'd go to the fridge, borrow an egg or so, bury it in the dirt, and I'd put a blanket over it, believing that I could maybe grow a chicken tree egg or whatever. And little chickens would hop off. My imagination was wild. And from there it went on, sciences. I would live in Virginia for a bit, and there I would go explore the little forests we would have around. I would see how thick the trees are. I'd see why are they there? How are they there? The little annoying kid asking questions all the time. And from there on in high school, I felt like sciences have been my safe place in class. They're just somewhere I like to be. And UnidosNow has inspired me to pursue my college education furthermore. And I want to go to college to study sciences as I did when I was little. Thank you.
Hi everyone, I'm Sebastian Rico. I'm going to Bayshore High School and I'm going to be a rising junior. So basically when I was little, I always had the average desire to chase a career, be a police officer, be a firefighter, or an astronaut. But about 12 years ago, my parents were divorced, and so just to make a child happy, they decided to get me a dog. So I named this dog Tommy, or Tommy in English, sorry. And so throughout the years, I got bonding moments with this dog. He became my best friend. He was always there for me. I would talk to him in times of desperation and furthermore. And I would go to the park with him. We walk around and he'd always be there by my side protecting me. Fortunately, about 4 years ago, he ran away. He left home and never came back. So this left a big gap in my heart. I really missed him because we had such a great relationship. But once again, my parents got me another dog. And so this time, he was a pet, but I also saw it as a really big responsibility to my part. I knew that I had to take care of this dog and make sure that he was healthy and happy, and I gave all my love to him. And so at this point, I knew that I wanted to be a veterinarian. I wanted to help all animals, not just dogs, but every animal, make sure they're loved, they maintain their good health, and eventually open my own clinic. Thank you.
Hello, I am Jonathan Barroso. I'm a rising sophomore at Sarasota Military Academy. And I love technology. You know, as a kid, I always looked up to my parents, and they used to own a cell phone business, which means I was always around technology. And while other kids were playing with cars and their toys, I was learning how to turn on a computer and go on what used to be cool back then in my days, DisneyChannel.com. And unfortunately, one day, one of the stores was robbed, and the robbers put a gun to my head. Of course, I didn't fully understand what was going on. I was only 4 years old. Even then, I was so focused on the computer, I wasn't really paying attention anyways. Until my sister Jessica pulled me back and protected me. Through the years, I was always fascinated by the different technology and softwares. And my uncle, Hector, has always made me pursue the different fields of technology. And then I stumbled upon privacy engineering, which I am currently trying to go to college for. And people think privacy engineering, that's hacking, you know, going into different companies and stealing files from them. And that is the exact opposite of what I want to do. I want to create softwares and programs to combat that and not let anybody go into different companies and protect people who trust in a company as a whole. My ultimate goal is to one day open my own brand of technology and have that become a household name. Thank you.
Hey everyone, my name is Nicholas Gonzalez, and I'm a rising sophomore at Pineview School, and I love aerospace engineering. As a young kid, I would launch rockets and look at the sky and wonder what was beyond, like, planet Earth, what was beyond our solar system. And so both my parents are Colombian. They're both immigrants from Colombia, and half my family lives in Colombia. So every summer, usually, we visit them. And every time I'd get on a plane, I would ask the pilots if I could see what was inside the cockpit. And of course, they would say yes, because I'm a little kid, and they wouldn't say no. But when I was there, I would be fascinated by all the buttons, and I would ask lots of questions. And one time, when I went to Colombia, we went to this theme park. And there was an area which was like a flight simulator area, and I said, hey, can I go there? And my mom was like, yeah. So I went there. And when I first stepped foot in that flight simulator, that was when my passion for aerospace engineering peaked. That's when I knew that's what I wanted to do for the rest of my life. So nowadays, I still want to be an aerospace engineer, and there's also the pretty cool title that comes with it, which is rocket scientist. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Omar Bina. I'm a rising junior and I go to Manatee High School. So growing up, I've always enjoyed listening to music. You know, my dad would always bring out his guitars with his brothers and just play in little concerts, and sometimes even in my own house in my living room. I will always enjoy listening, you know. He would always play little rancheros and everything. And so he finally, when I was 8 years old, he finally brought out the guitars, and I was so excited I finally got to play that I even started playing at church, and Lucio finally learned how to play the piano, you know. And I finally went into middle school, and I picked up the trumpet, you know, and it never really got in the way of my academics. It has been proven also that music works both parts of your brain, your left and right. And usually people that play instruments do better than the average student. So that's why I guess it never really got in the way. And when when I finally got into high school, you know, we had so much rehearsals. Everybody would be like, oh, there's another rehearsal, and I'm the weird kid that always was just like, yes, you know, like there's another one. And so I've always enjoyed playing it. So finally going to college, you know, I want to get one of the best music programs so I can finally teach, you know, younger students and give the same joy that I got when I was 8 years old. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. Oh, thank you. Well, my name is Adrian Martinez, and I'm a rising junior, and I come from Bayshore High School. ¿Qué estás haciendo? These words coming from my father were just pure disappointment as I just failed my driver's permit test. ¿Qué estás haciendo? Or what are you doing? Which is a dagger in my heart coming from my dad. But before we get to that, we go back to the elementary days. In the elementary days, I was always in the shout with my brother. He'd always come up on top and was really popular with others. And I was just the silent kid in the back. Then middle school came up. Knowing I could bond with my parents with music, as my brother did, I decided to join the middle school band. To this day, I enjoy band, or to the correct term, concert band. Well, I don't know how you guys do it. And the variety of instruments and the different types of music that the conductor would give us to perform for concerts was just amazing. But this isn't what caught my parents' attention. My grades caught my parents' attention. I was slacking in school, trying to keep up with the new egos of those days. Like, actually, I don't even remember them. But I was always putting music first and not knowing the importance of education, where it could take me. Then, as a part of growing up, as every kid gets, my parents had a discussion with me of the reality of life and where my future was taking if I kept going on the same path. Taking their word, I began to improve in my education and in music, as both of them were important to me and to them. Then freshman year came up. I was going great in school and in music, as I took more honor classes and I joined the Sarasota Youth Orchestra program and to get more skills with my French horn. Then my parents decided it was time to get my permit. I didn't see the importance of it, as I had both my parents take me from point A to point B whenever I wanted to, when I begged them, really. But I didn't think much of it at first, and the test was on Christmas Eve, a day of joy, only to a day of disappointment and sadness. And after I got out, I just failed the test, and my dad just came up to me with silent frustration, asked me, "What are you doing?" I stood there. What was I doing? As I was growing up, I was taking my parents for granted. They were putting so much effort into me to become one of the greats and giving me the spotlight my brother once had, and I just kept shoving it aside. Then I asked myself, what was I going to do? I want to continue to strive in my education and in music, as they're very important to me, and I want to get a better reality of what my future can be, as I want to go to college, get the best education I can get, audition for symphony orchestras, which I love. So then I ask you, ¿qué estás haciendo?
Hey, I'm Daniel Paredes. I'm a rising junior at Pineview School. My dad would always go to garage sales over the weekend, and one day I went with him. And that's when I saw this bright red remote-controlled car. You know, I'm 10. I see it. I want it. He got it for me. On the way back, I was so excited to play with it. I put the batteries in the control. I set it down on the ground, and I pressed accelerate. It didn't go. It didn't work. I kept trying and trying, but it just wouldn't work. I know my dad's good with tools. He's good at fixing things, so I went to him, thinking he would fix it. Realizing we just got ripped off, he just gave me a different answer. Hijo, you're gonna fix this. You're gonna fix this toy. I'll teach you, I'll help you, I'll give you the tools, everything you need, but you're going to do it. From then on, he got more toy cars, and he took them apart, ones that actually worked. And I was wondering, Dad, why can't I just have the ones that work? Well, he said, That's not the way to do things, son. If you want something, you have to face the problem head on. Don't take the easy way out. From then on, he gave me tools. He taught me how to use them, how to remove the resistors and capacitors to get to the motor, et cetera, et cetera. And after school, I would just keep working on this. I kept tinkering. I wanted this to work. This is what I wanted. It took weeks and weeks, but finally I got it. And I'm glad it didn't work in the first place. It made me value this experience so much more, and I didn't realize it back then, but I was exposed to the world of engineering. I love wondering and finding out, how do these things work? How can I fix it? How can I make it better? And from that day on, I realized I love engineering, and I still do today. Thank you.
Right, so hi, my name is OCL Urbina, and yeah, I know I'm like the other one. Yeah, I go to Manatee High School, and I'm a rising junior. So one of the first things people always tell me is, why are you so happy? They always be telling me, oh, this is a weird kid, like he's always freaking happy all the time. And I'm just like, yeah, part of this is due to my genetic makeup, and also credit goes to my loving, supportive family. But the biggest factor is music. Music is that fire inside me that always drives me to go to success, whether if it's music or community service or in school in general. And it all started since I was like, I don't even know, it was like a little kid. My dad, he would always used to play in band with his brothers, and me and Omar, we were just in the background just setting up like the stage lights. And one time he asked me, oh, just come up on stage, you know. I was just like, okay, what do I play? Just like the drums, and I don't even think they were drums. They were just like little buckets. And I would just go, me and Omar, we'd start jamming. And I valued that experience, and that's what created that passion inside me. And later on, that got to guitars, and I eventually started playing piano. And when I went to middle school, I saw their jazz band, and I was like, wow, dude, I want to be just like them. So I picked up the saxophone, and saxophone had like the coolest sound to me. And jazz has been my favorite genre ever since I was in middle school. I would always just jam out with my friends. We even made up like our own jazz combo eventually, like in high school. We would just jam out, playing songs like In the Mood or like Sing, Sing, Sing. Yeah, I know, like y'all know what I'm talking about, right? Yeah. And yeah, it always livens up like the atmosphere when I would just start dancing, you know, just jamming my saxophone. And that eventually led me to becoming a music director when I become in the future. And basically, I just want to teach future students into building their passion of music inside me, just like how my dad did for me. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Timothy Taylor, and I'm a rising junior at Sarasota Military Academy. Ever since I was a young child, I was always one of those curious children who kind of asked questions about everything, was kind of annoying, asked why to every question. So I always had real interest in science. I wanted to pursue it a lot. Sometimes it'd be confusing, sometimes it wouldn't, but I would end up going to the library, watching videos, or doing really anything I could to learn about science. And throughout the years, I've just grown more fond of it. I did science fair projects in elementary school and just did as much as I could about it. And over the years, it has been more and more difficult for me from taking all the classes to choose what field of science I want to go into college. They all appeal to me a lot, but it's been hard to choose. I've tried to ask my teachers to explain about it, and they just all never really stood out. I didn't really find anything that I really wanted to pursue. But I know for sure that my overall dream is to go to college and pursue a field in science and one day discover something that we never knew existed or observe something for the first time. And that is going to be my overall dream. Thank you.
Hi, everybody. My name is Flor Zamora, and I'm a student at Manatee High School, and I'm a rising junior. So many people tell me that I'm very loving, very caring, and I'm very generous. So I can say I'm a relator. you know. When I was young, me and my cousins, we had like this toys of doctors, and we used to always play with them. We always pretended to be the doctor, and I was always the nurse and whatever, and we made surgery in this little teddy bear. We even opened it up and got in trouble. But I was tested a few months ago. Unfortunately, my grandpa was diagnosed with cancer. 2013 was the first time I knew what that word meant. It meant disappointment, the struggle, a lot of pain. So, in 2016, unfortunately, my grandpa passed away. I was always there. I was always there for my grandpa most of the time. I'm so sorry. Those days when my grandpa was there laying on his bed, I was always there taking care of him as a little nurse. I was his little assistant. My grandpa always told me, thank you so much, mija, you've done a lot for me. I was so happy for hearing those words. Even the nurses came to me, you have that power, you have that careness, you have all these characteristics that most nurses don't have. Some of the nurses just don't care. They don't care if that person's dying. They don't have any feelings for them. But I do. 2 days ago, I discovered what I wanted to be. Figured out, you know what? I'm going to be a nurse. My counselor helped me out. She told me, instead of being an FBI agent, you could be this. And I wondered, I'm starting to live by this quote. When there's a death, there's a new creation. And my cousin was born. When my grandpa passed away, my cousin was only 4 months. His name is Ricardito, and he was the new creation of the family. So by living by this quote, I want to be there for those new mothers that are there, giving birth, and actually help them out. Somehow, I'm going to pursue this dream and memory of my grandpa and see what I can do in this life.
Hi, I'm Andre Martinez, and I'm a rising junior at Palmetto High School. Ever since I was a little kid, my parents always took me to the ocean and the beach. I always swam far in the beach, as far as I could. And when I noticed from there, I started going, one day I went to this one aquarium, and I saw this animal in the water. I was like, how is it swimming? How is it breathing underwater? How is it eating? How is it surviving? Then from there, I noticed that I wanted to become a marine biologist. I always had this passion for water. I don't know why. I always had this passion that there's more things inside the water than anybody created. So I want to become the first marine biologist to ever find the first species that nobody ever had found. And I also have a passion for photography. I always love photography. I always love the sunsets and the vibrant colors that they make in the sky. And so I was like, why not combine both of them? Why not become an underwater photographer? I was like, that would be such an amazing idea if I could. So I want to give back to the community by teaching kids about marine biology and also teaching them that they can pursue whatever they want to be and be whatever they want to be in life. Thank you.
Okay, so I think Clore made more than one person cry, at least me for sure. So now we're going to start with our Future Leaders Academy Awards. They're all going to receive a recognition award for completing the program. Certificate of Completion Award awarded to Adrian Martinez. Picture, there we go. Leonardo Reynoso. Karina Álvarez. Jonathan Barroso. They love the camera. Flor Zamora. Daniel Paredes. Andre Martinez. Timothy Taylor. Sebastian Rico. Osiel Urbina. Omar Urbina. Nicolas Gonzalez. Gotta catch them all. Heido Conde is not here to receive it because he's attending right now a retreat with his church. So Heido Conde was also part of the program. During the last 2 weeks, we have been witness of the achievements of all the scholars. We are going to give a special recognition to the ones that excelled in the following categories. The Leadership Award. In honor of outstanding leadership displayed during the Future Leaders Academy Summer Program 2016, Flor Zamora. In honor of outstanding collaboration and teamwork displayed during the Future Leaders Academy Summer Program 2016, Jonathan Barroso. The Spirit Award, in honor of outstanding positive attitude and teamwork displayed during the Future Leaders Academy Summer Program 2016, is Heiro Conde, and he's the one that's attending the retreat, so he's not here. He's from Sarasota High. There we go. Our scholars had the opportunity to vote for who displayed the following characteristics. For outstanding leadership, teamwork, and service displayed during the Future Leaders Academy Summer Program 2016. The award goes to Jonathan Barroso. Okay, and we'll just thank our partners. And yep, that's
Thank you so much. Kelly? Yeah, well, we mentioned earlier our partners, but
yes,
if you want to mention them again.
I've got to find my mark here like all the students. Maybe just quickly, I don't think for our guests, they appreciate, if you're 15, raise your hands. If you're 16, raise your hands. And do we have any 17-year-olds? Any 14-year-olds? Yeah. So I have an 8-year-old and a 7-year-old, and it's hard for me to fathom 6, 7, 8 years from now, my children doing what all of you have done, and I'm sure they would consider that cruel and unusual punishment now and 8 years from now. So maybe congratulations first off to all of you, as Lou said before, the work that you've put in, and to get up here in front of METV and to do what you did under this really bright light that's probably pretty intimidating and annoying. But what you did, congratulations. Maybe another round of applause for all of you. As John Thaxton just said, we might see some of you on convention stages in national elections maybe 10, 15, 20 years from now too, and we can say we saw you first here in front of the TV screen. As Lou said before, we couldn't put this program together if we did not have so many community sponsors that provide support in a variety of ways, and you can see them behind me and on these screens here. And so I just want to recognize all those folks again. And I'm really incredibly excited about that video and the Giving Partner Challenge. I see that you did not buy the stock photography, Mr. Paredes, so we're going to talk to METV and get them to help us finish with the final product. And then we're going to bring in the UnidosNow Jazz Band and have that at Gecko's to host the party during the Giving Challenge, and we're going to blow everyone out of the water. So. I'm very excited about the integration of the music, too. It's really exciting. So I work at a college, and I know this is all about college prep, and I know many of you, when you go to college, that for many of you, you'll be the first generation in your family that will, number one, go to college, and we will be monitoring you, so you will be graduating from college as well. And so you're on the path, and I just got an email, that incredible story that Flora, you shared with us. I just got an email from a family friend about his son, who's my age, who has been diagnosed with terminal cancer and has a few months to live. And he closed his email with how much his son is teaching him. And I think for you all doing what you're doing and embarking on this journey that is a difficult journey as a child who would be a first-generation immigrant, your courage, your belief in yourself, your confidence in yourself is inspirational for your parents. And so I think you need to appreciate that. I think the one young man, his father said, "¿Qué estás haciendo, hijo?" I think your words were beautiful. They mean a tremendous amount to us, to this organization, what we're trying to do in this community, and I know they mean a lot to your family as well. So thank you all. Thank you to our incredible staff, to our incredible volunteers, and hopefully we'll see some of you at the graduation for our seniors in 2 weeks from now too, for August 5th. So if there's, you want to wrap this up, Luz or Wendy? Okay, thank you all.
One more very special thank you to Manatee Educational Television, because they were here throughout this, helping us put this together. The kids have never experienced this, the lights and the whole process. I know it changed a little bit at the last minute, but I think we made it work for all. So thank you very much for your patience, for being so good to the kids. And thank you to all the parents, the mentors, the sponsors that are here today. This means a lot to the kids, to us. I'm in love with all these children. I have 4 of my own, and I just adopted another 14. And they are incredible. And I am just ready to take on to the next 25 that will start Monday. So now we could just pass by and have some refreshments, and you're more than welcome to stay and just, meet our scholars and ask them more questions. Have a good afternoon, everybody.
Thank you.